Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we'll be opening up from Warlord Games for their SPQR game. This is their Ancient Skirmish, the Caesar's Legions Roman Cavalry. Notice that this is the original. This is not the revised edition. If it was, you'd see a little sticker up there saying so. But since they've gone to the revised edition and they've changed the card, you can get these sometimes on the internet cheaper than the $32 retail. So for that $32, let us see what you get. Alright, so sprue of 8 bases, 1 clamshell of all the horses. It's very nicely packed. I'll give them that. Little metal little metal spears. Okay, and there's all our little guys there, and the card. Alright, let's get this open and put together. Now I've cleaned up and assembled all my Roman Cavalry. Well, one thing I haven't done is put on their shields yet, and that's just because I like to be able to reach my brush into the model. So if you can imagine, if I had the shield on, there's less ways. It's just easier for me to prime this, paint it, put the shield on, then I'll wash it and do some highlights on it. But the first comments I like to say, favorite thing about these models is that it came with these brass spears, not the other metal ones, so this will make it easier when I have to ship these guys in my carrying case. The thing I didn't like about them is these brass spears are just so thin that it's like these hands weren't designed to fit them. So there's a lot of empty air for where the spears fit into the hand. Also, as I've found with other horse models done in this type of resin, one of them was broken off. You can see it's very thin where the leg and the hoof tie into the base there. And as with this resin, most of the void spots that I found were in the saddle, so you can't see them, or on the inside of the legs on the Romans, or back here on the inside, so where you can't even see them. So when I have them down on the table, none of the void spots were terribly noticeable. So with this set, you're looking at basically $5.33 US before shipping and handling, taxes per model. And you imagine 6 models, you're actually paying double because the guy's 1 and the horse is 2, so 12 models here. But for a usable character, you're looking $5.33 for a figure on the table. I bought this to supplement my Roman Cavalry command. So let's compare. So I bought this as the pre-revised edition. So this is the card that it comes with. And you can see 28 denarii. This is the new card, 30 denarii. So the price of the Cavalry model has gone up slightly. And the way to tell them apart, the new ones have Death or Glory instead of the Warlord miniature. But the obverse side of the card is the same. Let's flip it over to the reverse, and this is where you get some of the big changes. Alright, so the horn remains the same cost. The standard drops a lot. Big price change there. Now there are 5 denarii for the standard when it was 25. The hit and run tactics are the same. They change a little bit of the language of how you refer to the rule book. But the big change here is that on the new card you're down to 1 melee dice per model when it was originally 2. And the armor bonus has dropped 25% in value. So originally you got a +4, now you get a +3. Overall, the models aren't bad. The sculpts are decent, My biggest complaint is taking care of the resin, cleaning it up, and getting the mold lines off, and working with that. I don't like working with resin. I prefer metal or plastic, but at the end of the day, they come together. Alright, so I'm going to get these guys based, primed, and we'll get painting on them. And they'll add to my Roman Caesar's Legion force for SPQR. Thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs. We'll see you next time.